And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Ooh, hope you enjoyed that brutal OST, because we have returned with our next best of 3, with our next matchup, and unfortunately, it is not a PvP. I did ask for it. I was like, PvP? And our Italian player here, he was like, hell no. You're crazy. I'm like, oh, okay. But here we go. Representing the Platinum Heroes, we have the Italian Terran player, the Green Terran. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Yellow Protoss, from the land of Ukraine, representing Team Hustle. It is Gref. Here we go. The Protoss probes are going to be moving out. Gref looking. Are we going to cannon rush? We're cannon rushing. Let's go. Gref, he's very much so a known cannon rusher. BabyMarine, he was patrolling here on the low ground, but the pylon is thrown down. He's locked out of his own main base, but more boys are being pulled. Boys are being pulled, the pylons are thrown down. We do fully wall off again. For those curious, Gref, he is a cannon rusher in PvT. He has brought down many a big Terran name here with his cannons before. Can he do it again? We do have another pylon here, low ground. Oh, he does squeeze his way out. Oh my god. Somehow, someway, in the midst of that explosion, he was able to slip by all of those probes, all those SCVs. He does get into the main base. Another pylon is on the way on the low ground. We're starting a low ground cannon rush as well. Looking to take control of the production. Looking to take control of the racks. We take the gas. We gas steal. Gref looking to have his way with BabyMarine. The cannon does finish. One Marine does pop out. But we have additional cannons. We should have additional. Yeah, we have a cannon on the low ground as well. Focusing on that depot. Back at home, we have a gateway on the way. Our first gas geyser as well. Second Marine does barely escape, and we need that gas if we want to get into a factory, if we want to get into one base play. But it looks like Gref is transitioning. Looks like he's content with the damage he's dealt. He takes down the depot. He's focusing down the racks as well. Probe will escape. Get a third Marine. Oh my god. Oh my god. And the racks should survive. We should be able to repair, thankfully, which means we can go for the factory. Meanwhile, second probe has arrived. We could try to commit here. We shouldn't be though. Gateway's finishing. Cybercore should be on the way, and this can lead into a proxy Stargate or a proxy Robo, one or the other. Oh my god, baby, he's so greedy. He's going straight for the CC and the factory. Looking to expand, looking to take that factory as well. Marines, they can chip away at that pylon. The pylon should soon be going down. Another cannon is on the way to slow this down. I'm really curious if Gref is going to proxy or expand. Very curious. Yeah, he should be proxying here. He has his probe in position. Oh, we have to be very careful there with those Marines. There it is, proxy Stargate. We're going for Void Rays. Let's go. Proxy Void Ray here from Gref. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. Let's go. But again, these pylons are going to be knocked down. I believe this should be depowering the cannon. Another pylon is on the way. A couple of Marines are getting picked up. Oof. This is a bit of a brutal trade. Yeah, second pylon finishes, and the Marines, they do not deal with this. Cyclone's still in production. We're going for a 1-1-1 follow-up. This should be for Viking production as well. We do have eyes on the starport. And there it is. There's the Void Ray. So a delayed proxy Void Ray here from Gref, but on the way nonetheless. Cyclone pops out. We can finally clean this up. We do shut down the pylon. And we're taking the base, Papi. We're taking the expansion. Let's go. Nexus is on the way. A backup shield battery as well. A couple of backup shield batteries. Cannon is finally depowered. And we can start having our way with this army. We do have a Cyclone. Okay, 2 Cyclones are out. Void Ray has been revealed. Should be seeing a second Void Ray momentarily. Oh, we're going for a fleet beacon? He's crazy. We're also about to be supply blocked. We need a pylon. There it is. Another pylon is on the way. BabyMarine going to be taking a bit of a ninja base. He's floating over. He's floating. Bunker is done. We're making 2 Vikings at a time and a tank. Eventually, this should be able to break free. I'm curious. I mean, this should be a Tempest from Gref. Tempest, of course, will put BabyMarine on quite a lot of pressure, actually. Vikings getting some free hits in. Forcing back the Void Ray. Now, because this Nexus is done, we can actually overcharge. We can overcharge these shield batteries. The Viking is still a ways off. The tank should finish first. We can maybe get within range of the fleet beacon. Slowly pushing forward. BabyMarine, he's getting away with the expansion. He does have the better economy here compared to his opponents. Milling quite heavily, and again, Gref, he doesn't know where that base is, doesn't know that a base has been taken, but he may be just scouting. Tempest does arrive. Tempest does arrive here. Chips away at the army forces at back. Probes are coming out. Looks like we're just rallying probes here towards that mineral line. Yeah. We're not scouting. If only we could punish this so hard. Like, this base is doing so much here for BabyMarine, keeping him in this economically. You can see here he does have the economic lead, thanks to those mules, thanks to that base. Deep in the green. Obviously, not the most ideal base, but again, he's just muling hard. Ooh. Bit of hull damage is dealt to that Tempest. Oh my god, we are just annihilating that bunker. Take down a couple of SCVs. That Viking count is getting a bit out of control, though. How many Vikings do we have? 7! I still feel like BabyMarine, he's looking fine. Like, he's still in... I know that, like, he's stuck in one base. Well, it looks to be stuck in one base, but... Bunker does stand strong, just barely. It is burning down, though. Vikings, they almost take down a Void Ray. Oof. Yeah, we can two-shot Tempest at this point. We can two-shot. These Tempests are in a lot of trouble. We need to pick off those Vikings. We need to try it. Oh my god. Boys are being pulled. They're going to be repairing. Tanks still pose a big threat as well. We still have not seen this base. Oh my god. Do take down a tank. Nice pickoff. Stim is on the way. Soon, BabyMarine, he's going to be going for the dive. Amassing Marines, amassing more Vikings. How many Vikings? Jesus, 9. At this point, Mass Tempest is not going to cut it. Oh! Oh, we take down the Void Ray. Almost get a Tempest. Trading a Void Ray for a Viking. Good trade for BabyMarine. Again, this Viking count is just too high. I'm sure Gref is like, how is your supply so large? How could you afford this? Yo, are we going for some drop play? Are we going for a Viking drop across the map? Gref trying to take a third. Oh, we have a drop moving out. Remember, Stim is done. Gref, like, there was a lot of potential. There was so much potential with this, but hey, he's still getting Vikings. But Gref, he's going to be in some trouble soon here. Like, he doesn't really have much at home to defend. He may have to recall. That probe does spot the drop. Gref, he knows. He could either recall this across the map or recall back home. He's going to evacuate. Oh, that's brutal. No energy. No shot. We don't have energy for the recall. Recall, Bobby. We need more time. He's been chronoing too much. Chronoing from the wrong Nexus, unfortunately. We could also cancel these gateways. He's getting cancelled. No, they're going to finish. Ay, ay, ay. Meanwhile, the Tempest, they are getting damage done. They're trading. Getting a lot of hits in. The problem is that if we recall those probes to safety, we won't have an overcharge, which is a little bit scary. That starport, though, under fire. Oh, we have to be very careful with how far out we do move. It may just be worth focusing down that starport, actually. because the Viking count is getting a bit insane. There we go. We do recall here towards the safety of this Nexus. Gonna be up and running here on 2 bases. We do bonus to take down the starport. Waiting for Marines. BabyMarine still has the supply lead. Vikings coming in. Up. Oh, 1 Tempest goes down. Only 1 though. We're still on 6 Tempest. And now we're chipping away at the production. And Gref still, he sees with the revelation on the Vikings, and there we go. He's now aware. 2nd starport on the way. Another base fully operational. But Gref can't do anything about it, not anymore. Like 1 adept or so would have done so much, or 2 adepts. But we've lost the cyber core, lost the gateways. Gref doesn't have the production to deal with this, to punish this. And here we go, we're diving in. Just like that, 1 Tempest goes down, 2 Tempests go down. Overcharge is popped with them. We're going ham here on the Marines. The cannon's putting in some work. We're down to 5 Tempest. Oh, goes for the stim. He wants it. And he barely doesn't get the Tempest. Oh my god. Barely doesn't. Overcharge has already been spent, but we're getting almost every single Viking. What was once 9 Vikings is now down to 3, but we're making 4 Vikings at a time with that 2nd starport. Bear that in mind. Marines coming back in from behind. Gref has so much money. We need gateways. We need to like make zealots or something, or more stack defense. We've got 1.5k minerals in the bank. Like, we're spending our gas fine, but we just need to expend those minerals. Ay, ay, ay. Again, a couple of zealots here to harass would go a long way. Breaks down the medevac. Every stim hurts. Still amassing more Vikings, though. How many Vikings are we on? We're on 5 Vikings. Soon to be 9. Jesus, that quadruple Viking production is brutal. We are getting into a bit of a gateway explosion. We don't have warp gate. That's why we don't have warp gates. That makes sense. Sorry, I just assumed we had it. I'll be honest. I just assumed warp gate was done. Meanwhile, we're just amassing more Vikings. We're just waiting here to pull the trigger. We got a stim. We take down the Oracle. Not too bad. Oracle goes down again. It's a very delicate dance here. If Gref commits too hard and pushes too far, then the Vikings will punish him. Like, he cannot go too far away from these shield batteries, otherwise he will lose everything. That's just straight up how it is. He will lose everything if he overextends. And you can see BabyMarine being very patient. Now he's coming in. Here go the Vikings. Vikings looking for an angle of attack. Gref being careful. Charges on the way. There go the zealots. That will help. He can finally spend his minerals. Getting on top of that starport. The Vikings are coming in. We should be able to get one. Up. We get within range of shield batteries. 1 Tempest goes down. Where's the overcharge? Yeah, the Marines, they dive on in. 2nd Tempest goes down as well. We're trying to focus out as many of these Vikings as we can. The zealots, we need them. And Tempests are falling one after another. We're down to 3. We're down to 5. We're down to 4. Stalkers are coming in. The ground toss transition. The Stalkers. The zealots, they go ham. The Marines are heavily overstimmed. And we may have reset the Tempest count. We're down to 3 Tempests, but we have a ground army. And the Marines, they got annihilated trying to break onto that low ground. Vikings, they're coming in once again. They're finishing up the Tempest. Yeah, every Tempest is going to be going down. But suddenly, these Vikings aren't really too important anymore, and we do not have a factory. Remember, the factory got burned down earlier. Without any more tanks, this ground toss is going to get out of control. I'm a little bit concerned about this, though. We're investing everything to harass, which means we're leaving the space vulnerable. Yeah, we're going for the mineral line, going for the base. Meanwhile, we're responding. The Marines, oh no, they're gonna walk into their deaths. No. Vikings gonna be landing the Marines. Yeah, they run into the site defense. Zealots, they wreak havoc. 17 SCVs go down. Gref, he's doing it. He's doing it. Just cannon rush, papi. That's all you need to do. Do you think this game will actually like make BabyMarine consider playing Protoss more often? Do you think? The Marines, they do get into the middle line. Probes are going down. Good kiting here from Gref. Does pull back. More boys are being pulled. There's only one cannon, by the way. Uh-oh. Only one cannon. Gref, though, he's got another base up and running. This natural doesn't really matter too much. Not anymore. We're going for the CC. Factory still not on the way. We're still heavily reliant here on the Bio Army. We don't have Blink. The tanks. Big tank shots. Massive tank shots going off there. We need charge lots to reinforce. There they are. No more stalkers. Still have more stalkers. Never mind. But we need zealots here to reinforce. If we had a wave of zealots, we can collapse on this. 100%. Oh, we're still just overly reliant on mass blink stalker. We take down one tank. That was a costly trade, though. Link's still not done with 5 seconds off. 5 seconds away. Oof. And yeah, there it is. GG gets called. BabyMarine, he knows that the writing is on the wall. Gref has done it. And he takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god. Gref, with the cannon rush, able to establish a position, eventually go into proxy void ray, into proxy tempest, into a ground toss transition. BabyMarine, he was fighting hard and he almost took it himself. Remember, BabyMarine, he was able to sneak out a base that should not have gotten up and running, but he was able to get his natural. Imagine this game without BabyMarine getting the ninja base. If that was the case, mate, Gref, he wins this so much more easily. But that ninja base was keeping BabyMarine in it. He was able to actually facilitate for additional Viking production. He had a much better economy than his opponent. But even then, the ninja base was not enough. Was not enough for BabyMarine to overwhelm. He was forced back. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Whew. Gref takes the lead, but it's a best of 3. We still have plenty more games ahead of us. Plenty more games. Here we go. We are getting on in. Here we go. Does it all end here in game 2, or do we get an ace match? And also, the question becomes, do we get another cannon rush from Gref? Most likely. I hope so. I hope we get another one. Gibbs, papi, Gibbs. Here we go. Of course, the ground toss transition came in just in time as well. Did come in just in time, and here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Goldenrod, we have the Ukrainian Protoss player representing Team Hasu. It is Gref. Hasu, of God, shout out to Hasu. And spawning, no relation, just a nice name. Look, it's a crab. Look, you can see the pins. It's a crab, papi. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the green Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes. It is BabyMarine. Here we go. And BabyMarine looking to fight back in this series, looking to tie things up, is interesting. Going for a full wall. Going for a full wall here in the main base. Should be raising that depot, keeping his opponent in the dark. We see why it's a full wall. This makes sense. This is specifically like a counter Gref maneuver. We wall off, we don't gain access to the high ground. Gref will not be able to cannon rush, or He's going to try to, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be a little bit more awkward to pull off. Oh, we're going for a cannon straight into the gateway. Oh my. Gateway is on the way. Again, so Gref has to rely on this probe for high ground vision. The probe is very necessary here. Without it, we can't shoot up. We cannot shoot up. Bunker is on the way. The first Marine is halfway done as well. I mean, okay, so this Marine won't have the DPS to kill the cannon, and we will have a Zealot chronoed out momentarily as well. Second cannon is thrown down. Here we go. Pylon is under threat. Zealot should be being chronoed out here to gain high ground vision. Again, we have to be very delicate here with our probe micro. Second pylon's on the way. Bunker does complete. And even if the Zealot comes out, we have 3 Marines now. We are focusing down this pylon. I think this cannon rush, it's failing. Zealot arrives, but the cannon is repowered. We can go up the ramp. But it's too little too late. Cannon is going to be falling. Behind this, BabyMarine, he has both gases going for the factory. Again, the full wall-off did just kind of hard counter this. He's going for a proxy Stargate, but this feels a little bit too ambitious. Zealot goes down. Now, to be fair, this Stargate is going to finish. Like, all of this, these cannons, the pylon, the gateway, it's all buying time for that Stargate. BabyMarine has spotted it. He is aware of the Stargate. By the time the Void Ray comes out, we should have 2 Cyclones. We may be even able to leverage this Cyclone to get on top of this Starport ahead of time. We shall see. Yeah, like this. He does have extra range, and it looks like this cannon is going to be going down. Not a bad pickoff, but the Void Ray is in production. Oh, we're not going for a second Cyclone. We're going straight for the reactor. Oh, we're going for the add-ons, which means this Void Ray is going to pop out, and I'm going to have a little bit more of a presence here for Gref. Here we go. Cannon barely being saved here by the shield battery, but we're out of energy. The Void Ray, though, saves the cannon. Takes some extra hits. And Gref, he's looking to expand. He's looking for the Nexus. Goes to the Fleet Beacon first. Fleet Beacon before expand. Bold move. Going for the Tempest. He's still making this work. It's working, Papi. Here we go. As all baby, he snuck out an SCV. I didn't even notice. He snuck out an SCV for the gold. The ninja base is real. Oh my god. BabyMarine. Mate, you thought that the ninja base last game was keeping him afloat? Nah, Papi, we're going all the way for the gold. Let's go. Tempest in production, tank is out. We take down the pylon, take down the cannon. God, the range here is insane. Half a screen away. Cannons are going to be falling. Tempest scan is getting up, but we already have 4 Vikings, soon to be 6. Another tank getting within range. Another cannon will fall. This also means that this Nexus is not going to get up and running. Yeah, the tanks are just looking a little bit too strong here. We're going for the tank, though. But we're taking too many hits. We're out of energy, no! We're out of energy on the shield batteries. Both the Tempest and the Void Ray go down, and it looks like BabyMarine has done a GG gets called, and we tie up the series 1-1. GG. Let's go. Again, the start of the game was very much so very shaky from Gref. He was almost being hard countered by BabyMarine by going for the full wall on the high ground. Gref had a really hard time getting the ball rolling. A really hard time just getting into the swing of things in the last game. And with that, we have a tied up series. We have an ace match. Let's go. Game 3. That's all I ever want. Give me more games. So we are getting into the ace match here. Game 3 is going to be on Oceanborn. And I imagine BabyMarine is going to go for the same opener. Going to go for a full wall off there with those depots. I imagine he's going to be prioritizing that more than anything. And I wonder, Gref, he is known for being a cannon rusher. And I wonder if he has a different approach leading into this, and whether he goes for a different kind of adaptation. Of Cannon Rush or Proxy. We expect cheese. That's something that we can all agree on. Cheese is coming back. It's coming. Here we go. Catching up in the chat. During the ads, the screen became small and was put above chat. Now it doesn't disappear anymore, even after reloading. Oh no. Not like this. Bullheart and Pridef don't do it, so I don't. They are professional cannon rushers. True, true. And here we go. We're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the green Terran player representing the Platinum Heroes, tying up the series 1-1. It is BabyMarine. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Protoss representing Team Hustle. The crabs. It is Gref. From the land of Ukraine. Here we go. Probe is moving out. Pylon is thrown down. Give us the Forge. Yeah. Forge is on the way. Second probe is moving out as well, and we are going to be committing here to the cannon rush. Oh, this time though, are we going to be able to wall off in time? SV goes down to the low ground, which means Gref is going to get in. He does slip into the base. Another SV is pulled. Again, BabyMarine, he knows that this is most likely not a fake out, most likely an actual cannon rush. Second probe is soon to be upon us. And again, unlike the previous game, Gref, he gets into the main base. He does fully wall off just in time. Throws down a wall of pylons, and he forces the evacuation of the main. Oh my god. He can drop. He can drop on top. Oh my god, he was going for the drop into that pocket with those SCVs, but he does evacuate here to the low ground. Cannons are on the way. Just one cannon here. The probe's so very low. And it looks like we should be able to shut this down. Oh, there we go. We're going to be landing. Meanwhile, Gref, again, he did end up losing a probe here amidst all this chaos. Marine pops out as well. Gateway is on the way. We do barely throw down another cannon just before the probe goes down. But again, this cannon rush isn't really threatening too much. And the probe has fallen. We have to send out another probe if we want to commit. There we go. Second probe is on the way, and BabyMarine, he does establish his natural. Now, for quite some time here, he didn't have any mining. You can see here, going deep into the yellow, deep into the into Gref's favor for the economy. Nice cancel on that cannon. Well, yeah, BabyMarine, he just evacuates, gets ready here on the low ground. The probe is active for Gref. Going for the Cyber Core. Once again, he's setting up for a proxy Stargate. Zealot is on the way, being chronoed as we speak. But my eyes are on this probe. Where are we going? Where are we going to set up? And again, I'm sure this is pretty far out of the way, actually. Okay. I'm curious. So this should be a ninja base, right? So this is not going to be a proxy. Cybercore is done. Are we going for like proxy Stargate Oracle? I'm very interested. Proxy Robo, okay. We are committing to a one base all in. One base all in here from Gref. Going for the Robo. Stalker does pop out. But how good can we control, though? As we take down 2 Marines. Stalker pulling back to the safety of that cannon. So far, good control. Oh, God! But it looks like the Stalker should be going down. Yeah, there's just too much DPS here. Stalker does fall. Another Stalker's on the way. We are working towards Cyclone production. We have a bunker, a wall, proxy gateway being set up. We do get another Marine. We do have a reactor on the way, so that means, yeah, the Marine count is getting quite low. But we have the Cyclone. That should be enough. And Cyclones, they shut down the Stalker. And we are committing to proxy Marauder. Marauder? Immortal. The Protoss Immortal. The Protoss Marauder. Immortal is on the way. We're up to 3 gateways, soon to be 2. This gateway will eventually be shut down. Warp gate in production. We can go double Immortal into a Warp Prism to reinforce. Or we can just go single Immortal into Prism. There we go. Single Immortal into the Warp Prism. He's only going to have 2 active gateways. This one should be depowered. Yeah, we get the lock on. We have the range. We don't really have much production to work with here. Yeah, we depower the gateway. Tank is done. We have a second tank on the way. I don't know if I don't think Gref can break this. He can maybe bypass the natural going to the main and take control of the high ground. That's something he can do. Maybe try to force a tank out of position. But when it comes to a frontal assault, it's like, this is not going to work out. Yeah. He's going into the main. Wise choice. Yo, he can actually repower that gateway with the prism. Let's go, tank. Tank shot goes off. Does shave off those shields, but we do get on top of the CC. Raven is out. Come on, repower the gateway. Go for it. Repower it. Warp in. Reinforce. Tanks are slowly pushing up the ramp, though. Big tank shot does go off, and we do actually save them. Oh, we don't. Do force to cancel. Don't quite save it. Auto turret is thrown down, and we do manage to save 1 Stalker and 1 Immortal. Bit of a brutal trade. CC is going to be on the way. Going to be reinforcing. Yeah, second Immortal, more Stalkers. BabyMarine, he's being spread a little bit thin here. Forcing to reposition 1 of his tanks into his main, so he only has 2 tanks on low ground. That's still a lot of tanks. That is still a lot of tanks. There we go, we're diving on them. At first, both tanks are going to be going down. Big shots on the Stalkers, though. Oh my god, that was brutal. We traded 2 tanks. I think that was like 3 Stalkers. Try to rotate into the main. The longer this goes on, the better it is for BabyMarine. He's going for the warp in. Does get on top of the CC. Forces to cancel. Tank does arrive. Another Stalker goes down. This is becoming too much. They're taking too many losses. Too much hull damage on these Immortals. And it looks like BabyMarine, he will shut this down. Forces back the army. The prism barely escapes. Get out of here, Papi. Ah. The Raven's on the chase. Nothing shoots up. We're waiting for the auto turret. What comes first? The Stalkers. They focus on the high energy Raven. They do manage to pick it off. But we have 3 tanks here to defend. Here we go. We're going to try to commit, but BabyMarine is positioned just a little bit too strong. We're juggling into the main base as well. The Immortals doing what they can. That is 4 Immortals. To be fair, that's a lot of firepower. But the Vikings are going to be zoning that prism away. We're trying to deny these upgrades. Tanks are getting within range. We deny combat shields. The tank shots. They go up. We take down the Stalkers. We deny the main again. But there are just too many Marines, and there's no way out. There's no way out. Not anymore. No prism. And it looks like we are cleaning Gref up. GG gets called good luck as well, and BabyMarine will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round. GG. Whew. GG, well played. As BabyMarine, he does take it in the end here, does take down his opponent, but that was a scary series. That was tense, Poppy. That was tense. But very entertaining as well. GG, well played. Solid series there. BabyMarine, he was the favorite player coming into it and did come out on top. But a big shout to Gref. If you didn't know who Gref was before, he does play in Sparkling Tuna Cup. He does play in our tournaments from time to time. And he is a known cannon rusher. I believe he doesn't cannon rush in PvP. He plays a little bit more standard. But against Terran, nah, that's all he does. All he does, man. And just going to be messaging some of our players here because we have our next series. We have our next series here. Just making sure that we have everything sorted. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back of yourselves.